Soft what light through yonder window breaks. It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief. That thou, her maid, art far more fair than she, but not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it off, cast it off. It is my lady, oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eyes discourse, I will answer it. I am too bold, 'tis not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all of the heaven, having some business, do entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there, they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars. As daylight doth the lamp, her eyes in heaven would thou to airy regions stream so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I wore a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek. So speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night, being o'er my head, as is a winged messenger of heaven, unto the white unturned wondering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him, when he bestrides the lazy pacing clouds, and sails upon the bosom of the air.
O Romeo, Romeo, where art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not, but by sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak of this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? Is it nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man? O be some other name. What's in a name? That which we all call a rose. By any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes without that little. Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word. Come, call me, but love, I'll be you baptized. Henceforth I will never be Romeo.
What man art thou, thus bescreened in night, so stumblest on my counsel?
By a name, I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the word.
My ears have yet not drunk 100 words of thy tongue's uttering, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo, and a Montague?
Neither, fair saints, if either thee dislike.
How comest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
With love, with love's light wings did I o'er-perch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out, and what love can do that dares love attempt? Therefore thy kinsmen are not let out.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye, than 20 of their swords, though thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity.
I would not, for their world they saw thee here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their sight, and but love thou me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate, than death prolonged wanting.
By whose direction foundest thou out this place?
By love, who first did By love, who first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, yet where thou was far, and that shore washed with the farther sea, I would adventure for such merchandise.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden blush bepaint my cheek, for that which thou hast heard me speak tonight. Fain would I dwell on form, fain deny. What have I spoke? But farewell compliment. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say, aye, and I will take thy word. Yet, if thou swearest, thou mayest prove false. At lovers' perjuries, they say, Jove laughs. O gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or if he thinkest I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be the perverse, and say thee nay. So thou wilt woo, but else, not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayest think my havior light, But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that have more cunning to be strange. I should have been more strange, I must confess, but that thou overheardest ere I was wearied. My true love passion, therefore pardon me, and not impute this yielding to light love, which the dark night hath so discovered.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I swear, it tips with silver all these fruit tree tops.
Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon, that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that they love proves likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all, or if thou wilt, swear by the gracious self, which is the God of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
If my heart's dear love.
Well, do not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy of this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvertised, too sudden, too like the lightning which thou seest to be. Here no one can say it lightens, sweet good night. This bud of love, by summer's ripening breath, may prove a beauteous flower when we next meet. Good night, as sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as that within my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst come thou at tonight?
The exchange of thy love, faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didst request it, and yet I would if it were to give again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? For purpose, what purpose, love?
Vow to be frank, and give it to thee again, and yet I wish but for the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love is deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite.